Hey everyone, Mr. DVB here. So today we got our first official trailer for the upcoming live-action Disney Plus TV show, The Mandalorian. We got official confirmation that Ewan McGregor will be returning as Obi-Wan Kenobi in a Disney Plus live-action TV series. And we also saw a leaked 10-second, teaser for The Rise of Skywalker, which was included in the sizzle reel shown at D23. So all three of these things came today. Tomorrow there'll be obviously more of an official behind-the-scenes trailer or whatever for The Rise of Skywalker, like there has been with the previous two films in the sequel trilogy. But yes, I'm going to start off with The Mandalorian first. So The Mandalorian was first announced a while back. There was a bunch of footage shown at San Diego Comic-Con a few months ago. I believe there was 11 minutes of stuff overall. There was a behind-the-scenes trailer that was showing the directors, walking around and filming that kind of stuff and talking about the show. There was a short little teaser, and there was a 4-minute clip. Now, in my personal opinion, all of those things shown at San Diego Comic-Con did a better job of showing us what the TV show was going to be about than this official trailer did, because this official trailer is only 1 minute and 36 seconds long, and that's including the extra 10 seconds that Disney always adds onto the Star Wars videos at the end of them. So it's really only a minute and 26 seconds long, which is pretty short for an official trailer. And for an official trailer, honestly, this didn't really show us much. Normally, trailers kind of have this formula where they show you what the story is going to be about. They have a lot of dialogue, and you kind of get an overall idea of what the film, or in this case, TV show, is going to be about. Instead, this feels a lot more like a teaser trailer, because a lot of this was just, ominous shots of random things that are Star Wars-y, without really any dialogue, and then just the official title. So I was a little bit disappointed on what they showed us here. I was looking for more of an official, story kind of trailer, but still, I am, happy to just see more footage shown for this show. If you guys want to see the full 11-minute stuff they showed at San Diego Comic-Con, you guys can find it on my channel. Disney never took that down, so it's still up. But like I said, I just felt like that stuff showed me more about what the TV show was about than this official trailer did. But still, this was a very good, teaser for showing us, a few little ominous, cool things. Overall, it gave me a very, gritty feel. It reminds me a lot of how Rogue One and Solo feel with the look of it, and then just like I said, that kind of criminal-esque feel that was really present in those two movies. So the teaser begins, and there's a bunch of ominous shots of stormtrooper helmets with blood on them and spikes going through them, which is kind of creepy. And then it's just, like I said, just a bunch of different shots of different things going on in the Star Wars galaxy. Probably the part that got me the most excited, besides the stormtrooper helmets with the spikes going through them, was seeing Death Troopers, because I thought Death Troopers were really cool. I felt like they were a little bit underused in Rogue One, so I'm happy that we get to see more of them here. Obviously, this TV show takes place a few years after the events of Return of the Jedi, which I'm really looking forward to, because that's kind of an era that hasn't been explored much in Star Wars. The sequel trilogy obviously takes place 30 years after, Return of the Jedi, so this TV show is taking place in between that time, and because of that, we're going to get to see a lot of elements that really aren't, or haven't been explored in the Star Wars universe yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing that from this TV show, and overall, I can't wait for it to start streaming on November 12th. I'm definitely going to get a Disney Plus, streaming service thing, so I can watch the show and whatever other shows that Disney has. I know they're doing a bunch of MCU-related stuff, which I talked about in my Spider-Man video. But, yeah, overall, looking forward to the TV show quite a lot. But the thing that personally excites me the most out of all the news today is the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Star Wars characters out there. I always thought Alec Guinness was very good as the character, obviously, but for me, Obi-Wan will always be Ewan McGregor. And especially in Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan is just the best character in Star Wars, in my opinion, in that film. I just love him so much in that movie, and the fact that Ewan McGregor is finally returning as this character, something that fans have been requesting for years, just makes me so damn happy that Disney is listening to us, because I feel like initially they honestly wouldn't have really made this show if it wasn't for fans wanting to see Ewan McGregor return that much, but luckily they're giving the fans what they want. I'm so happy that we're getting this TV show. I do wish it was a movie, because to me, Star Wars is more of a movie franchise than it is a TV show-based thing. The Mandalorian's a little bit different, but whatever. I'm still happy to have Ewan McGregor return. Rumor has it it's going to be 6 to 7 episodes, that it's not going to be a full-on series where it's multiple seasons, which I almost prefer. I'd rather have a shorter series with, longer episodes that's just really well done than, multiple seasons of the show where over time it kind of loses its steam, which I feel like could happen if they did a full show, because, like I said, there's not much that I really imagine happened with Obi-Wan's character after the events of A New Hope. Speaking of which, or sorry, not A New Hope, Revenge of the Sith. Speaking of which, this show takes place 8 years after the events of that, so, it's kind of halfway through Revenge of the Sith and, A New Hope. So I'm very, very looking forward to this TV show, though. Don't know when it's going to premiere. Obviously, it's not going to be 2019 because they just announced it today. So my guess is it'll probably premiere like 2020, like near the end of the year, or maybe beginning of 2021. So it's still going to be a while away, but, just the fact that it's officially confirmed makes me very, very happy because I love Ewan McGregor, and he's just a fantastic actor. And like I said, there was about 10 seconds shown of Rise of Skywalker that was not put up online. It was just part of this, little D23 sizzle reel. It didn't show us too much new. A lot of the shots that were in it were, already in the teaser trailer we had back in April. There were a few new shots. There was characters kind of climbing down a ship, which to me almost looked like the Trade Federation ship from Phantom Menace, but I don't think it is. We got to see a shot of Kylo Ren kind of looking down at Vader's helmet, which was really cool. So Vader's helmet's returning, all melted and that kind of stuff. We got to see, Rey talking to Finn, saying that she's gonna go on a, something on her own, that it's too dangerous to have anybody else go with her. And I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. I think Rise of Skywalker is going to be a lot better than fans are, treating it. Because a lot of fans were just so angry with how The Last Jedi went that they're just, boycotting Episode 9 practically, which to me isn't very fair. I agree, Episode 8 had a ton of issues, and my biggest issue with that movie was that, it kind of did a lot of bad when it came to characters and their arcs, and really, it just didn't progress the story at all. This little 10-second, thing that we had today, at this sizzle reel, and the trailer that we had a few months ago, to me, it looks way more like a sequel to The Force Awakens than The Last Jedi did, because The Last Jedi does not feel like a sequel to The Force Awakens. It feels like it's a completely different person making it, which it was, whereas Episode 9, to me, just from what I've seen, which obviously isn't the movie, but from what I've seen, it has that Episode 7 feel, and I know a lot of people were annoyed that Episode 7 had a lot of elements, that it took from, A New Hope, which I definitely agree with, but to me, Force Awakens was just a much better film than The Last Jedi was. It still felt like Star Wars, despite the fact that it did, rip off a lot of things. It had that feel that I liked, and I personally liked a lot of the characters in that film. And I thought Rey had a lot of charisma to her. She was obviously overpowered and stuff, but she had a lot of the charisma and those elements that I really liked in her character that just weren't in Episode 8. So I'm thinking 9 will honestly be a lot better than 8 was. I think it's going to feel a lot more like Star Wars. It's going to feel like a sequel to The Force Awakens, and, Last Jedi will kind of just be the odd man out. But anyways, enough about that. Really, this is only a 10-second thing we saw, so I don't have much to talk about besides those few things that I mentioned. There should be a behind-the-scenes trailer tomorrow. I'm hoping there is, because if there isn't, I'll be disappointed. I really hope it's public as well, and it's not just, exclusive to D23. But, overall, guys, I am looking forward to all three of these things that were shown today. Mandalorian looks very, very cool and kind of dark. There was this really cool part where the main character, basically has a guy attached to a cord, and he's kind of in between a shutting door, and he shoots the panel, so the guy would have gotten, sliced in half. It was kind of cool, and, I'm just looking for that darker, grittier, side of Star Wars that's focusing on the criminals for once, and the kind of scoundrels, rather than always looking at, the light side, and that kind of stuff. I know we had Solo, but, still, this is, basically a Mandalorian character, so very, very excited for this show. Extremely excited for Ewan McGregor's return, and I'm really looking forward to Episode 9. So there you go, guys. Those are my official thoughts on the D23 Star Wars stuff that we've had so far. I'll be talking more about it tomorrow, hopefully, once we get that Episode 9 footage. So I'll see you guys all then.